Oh man, excuse me. But yeah, what was I just talking about? Oh yeah, for those of you that are planning to get a One Piece maybe after watching this, there's a couple things you need to know. First off, things will just catch on fire. You're just gonna have to accept that. Things just catch on fire. Like it's weird when Sanji does the Diablo John bit for the first time, but it kind of like in the world of One Piece makes sense. But then there's the Fire Red Hawk that Luffy does after the New World. That just doesn't. I don't get it. Because it's like the second year, and his blood moves faster. I think that's how second year works, right? He pumps his blood artificially using his rubber powers, and that makes him move faster. In the world of actual like biology, that would make absolutely no sense. But it's One Piece, so let's just let it slide. It's funny because his third year actually makes a lot more sense than the second year. But yeah, I think that's how second year works. That was from my own idea. And that's actually another thing I kind of like about One Piece, is that the power-ups in some sense make sense in like the powers that they have. The problem with the revelation of certain powers in other anime manga is that it kind of pops out of nowhere. I think Fairy Tail has this, has the biggest problem with this, because it's definitely, Fairy Tail's definitely one of those anime that has the problem of, oh no, I'm not strong enough. Wait, what if I had more power? He has more power, and then the arc ends. That was about 50 episodes of wasted time. Oh, let's go to this mirror world where we're all different except for a couple people because, yay. Oh no, he's too powerful. What if I had more power? That's how a lot of it works. Oh, I had treasure event. Yay. This is the villager one, right? Yeah. First step towards a dream. Where's a Ginzo? I think it's Ginzo. It's been a while since I've read the very beginning of One Piece. I think it's Ginzo, the guy with the pinwheel hat. I remember the pinwheel hat, but I don't remember his name. I think it is Ginzo. I don't even remember Nami's sister's name. I don't know. I don't care. Anyway, but yeah, Fairy Tail is definitely one of those anime. Definitely one of the more recent anime that's the more adapt kind of personification of that kind of problem, where it's just more power, and then they just get more power. I don't get it. They get it through the power of friendship and all that bullshit. That's kind of why I like One Piece. Another way is that it's just whenever they get new powers, it's kind of justified, and their powers kind of make sense. Except for Zoro. Zoro's powers, he cuts through stuff. Just accept that. It's gonna be a lot easier when you get to the weirder stuff. He can just cut stuff. He can cut everything. He can cut whatever he wants. He can cut through bedrock. Come on. I think the second I stopped like believing or trying to understand Zoro's abilities was fuck Sanji. There he is. Okay. Oh, Hachi. What's up, man? Or Hachiman. His full name's Hachiman, but everyone calls him Hachi because it's an adorable name. Anyway, God, I keep losing track. I can't remember everything. You guys will just have to forgive me. Yeah, I like one. Yeah, that's right. I think the moment I stopped kind of trying to understand Zoro's abilities was, I think, during Alabasta, where he cut like 2 enormous rocks in half. It was like, yeah, I'm done. Forget it. Because everyone else's powers do make a little bit of sense in the world of One Piece, because there is a lot of suspension of disbelief. Yeah, suspension of disbelief. I think that's right. I don't know. I don't care. I don't even care anymore. I don't even care. I don't give a shit. Probably gonna get it wrong. It probably is wrong, but you know what? Oh shit! I'm supposed to go the other way. Need to get the 3 switches. Hey Nami, what's up? Can I have my hat back? Okay, no. Stop with the knuckle crack. It's funny because to pause the game, you don't hit the start button. You hit the touchpad. The touchpad acts as the pause or the menu. That's weird. I don't know why. But yeah, whenever you hit the I guess it makes a lot more sense because you use the pause button a lot more than what the start button is used for, and that's basically for a time. Or if you're playing as Luffy or Zoro, if you're playing as Luffy, if you press the start button, he puts his hat back on. If you're playing as Zoro, he puts his bandana on, which I forgot about actually. He hasn't used that bandana in a while. Even Dress, well, actually in Dress Road doesn't really even have it because they're all in disguise. Oh man, that's right. Kinemon isn't even in this game, and that was surprising to me because Kinemon is pretty important. Because it's funny, this game does introduce characters. This game introduces characters solely for the sake of making the story flow better. Like Vivi is introduced, but she's not a playable character. But she's introduced, so it makes sense once you get to Alabasta. The problem with the later stages, the later missions, a lot of characters are just left completely out. Like Kinemon, Momonosuke, they're not in Punk Hazard. Same thing with Rebecca, the toy soldier, or Kairos. That's kind of a spoiler, but since Kairos isn't even in this game, or not even mentioned in this game, I guess it's not really a spoiler, because for those of you that are just watching this and not really gonna watch the anime, it doesn't really even matter. That was a pretty good plot twist. I was like, oh shit. I also said this before, that, oh shit, I need to go this way. I said this before, in the last session, where not a lot of people die in One Piece, and I kind of still believe that, but after rewatching, because I started rewatching the whole series, not the whole series, but I started from, a few episodes before the time skip, so I could just remember a couple things, because I was thinking of getting back into it after playing this game, and I figured it might be better, because I dropped off watching it around, when did I drop that off? I want to say it was one of the episodes from Fishman Island. Yeah, I think it was one of the episodes where it was talking about the backstory of Fisher Tiger. I think that was the point when I dropped off watching the anime. I kept reading the manga, but when you're watching One Piece, if you're watching all the One Piece episodes like as the arc is finished, it's a great watch. It's fantastic. I hit that button by accident. Oops. But the problem with One Piece in an episodic weekly format is that a lot of the problem comes from a lot of the episode has a lot of padding. So yeah, to watch a complete One Piece arc when it's already out, it's already all uploaded, and you're just marathoning them, it's fine. It's perfect. It's a great watch. The only problem is when you get to the current state of where the anime is, and because of that, yeah. Oh, his name is Hachin. Oh, that's right. Where did Hachiman come from? Oh shit, that was from Silver Spoon. Man, I want to read a new chapter of Silver Spoon. Silver Spoon was good. I want to read more of it. Anyway, completely off track. But yeah, once you get caught up to where the anime is, the episode, the amount of information that the episode covers is pretty bare. So that's kind of the only problem that One Piece has when you're watching it from a week-to-week basis, is that it doesn't cover a whole lot, and it does get a little annoying. I can at least with One Piece, I can say that the flashback episodes, well, not flashback, more of backstory episodes. I want to say the longest sequence of backstory episodes has been about 3 or 4 episodes. So it's about 3 or 4 weeks of backstory episodes, and then it gets back to the main plot. That's a lot better than what I can say for Naruto, whatever the fuck they're doing now. It's just, I was with the Naruto manga, I'm kind of partial to it. I mean, I kind of liked it, but it was at the end of the Naruto life cycle. It was definitely more of, I wanted to see how it would end, not really out of interest, well, not really out of, you know, fan obligation, but more of out of, I've been reading it for so long that I just want to see how it ends. And it's been around for a long time, so I've never really had the pleasure of watching an anime or reading a manga that's been along for a long time, and then it ends that way. So it was kind of it was that kind of feeling. The anime is a goddamn catastrophe. There's no way around that. It's so annoying. Oh crap. Okay, I'm not sure how much all right. Okay. I don't know how long that was. I don't know. Oh well, I guess we're gonna find out. Sorry if there was a humongous cut in between that. Yeah. Oops. I just noticed that Audacity had stopped. It hadn't stopped recording, but it was more, it froze for a second, and I don't know what happened. So I'm not sure right now how much was actually covered. To be honest, it doesn't really even matter that much, because at first it was like, oh shit, how much did it cut? And then I was thinking about it, I was like, you know, now that I think about it, not really a lot was covered, so it was mostly me bitching about Naruto. How the manga I was kind of partial to, but the anime is a goddamn catastrophe. It's so terrible. It's gotten to the point where it's funny because when you think about it, it's like, how can a manga and anime be so, have such a different opinion from you? And it works like this. One Piece's creators, One Piece's animators, or whoever manages or directs the anime, has a hell of a lot more respect for One Piece than whoever directs or animates the Naruto anime, because they're just trying to keep it going at this point. Because for those of you that don't know, in the manga where Naruto is right now, where Madara is fighting, or Naruto and Sasuke are fighting Madara, Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura, and Kakashi are the only ones that are able to fight. Everyone else has been caught into the world illusion that Madara has been trying to achieve throughout this whole arc. The problem is that what happens in the manga is that they notice that everyone's in this illusionary state, and Madara has this spell that it's like a deep force immersion, like this huge like deep force like emerges from the entire planet, and then they string up the people that are under the illusion. And from the manga, it shows like a quick, like each panel is like a quick dive into what dreams they're having. Just like a quick little panel where it's like, oh, you know, in Hinata's dream, she's on a date with Naruto. In 10-10's dream, she's being important. Poor 10-10. But anyway, before I get on a 10-10 rant, the thing with, I should probably pay attention to these cutscenes, what's actually going on in the game. Once I actually get into the gameplay itself, I'll start talking about the state of Naruto. But yeah, I should probably just pay attention to this. I really hope that it probably did. I'll probably resync after this cutscene's over, just in case. Just so it isn't so annoying. Because the same thing kind of happened with Unleashed, where Audacity froze, but it didn't stop. Which, to be honest, I kind of prefer, because if it froze, that means I lost the whole half hour. But at least with this, I'm still going, so, you know. I'll find out how much I lost. If I didn't lose anything, then that's cool. If I did lose something, it won't be that bad. Oh, she's crying. It's adorable. Another thing I really like about One Piece, which is really weird considering a lot of main running anime, or long running anime, is that there's not really a romantic subplot. There's nothing. And you could kind of say the same thing for stuff with Naruto and DBZ. Well, kind of DBZ. No, DBZ. Goku has a kid, so I think I think that's a romantic subplot. If it's not romantic, then there's a couple situations we need to rectify.